A bunch of modifieds out here tonight. Good to see a good field as they get ready to take the green.
What a field of modifieds we have out there. Small block, big block. Hudley be sitting right in there about row number 6 and 7 as they fire off for the first time.
I'll take our seat up here, John.
I like the seat a lot better. Here we go. We got a green, Can-Am. Ward to the outside. Now there was a veteran mentality. He hung back about 2 car lengths and fired right off the point in that Gypsum Express number 42, former track champion out of Genoa, New York.
You know it wasn't going to take Pat Ward long, especially starting up front, John. He'll drive out to the head of the class. He'll bring him down the front stretch. 19.192 his first lap around.
Boy, I'll tell you, this guy is a good one. He's a veteran out there, and he's got company as young Robbie Bellinger, and the teenage Troyer goes up in position number 2.
He'll chase him down into turn number 3 and 4 this time. Bellinger holding on to the third spot. Ryan Bartlett will be third. Fourth, Tommy Sears. Jason Potter round out the top 5.
About midway through the field, the number 19 of Chris Higgins did a masterful job of saving that one. They got very loose from him right in the middle of the pack. We got a car in trouble on the backstretch, Jeff. Wilder maybe on the outside.
Yeah, Jeremy Wilder got shoved to the outside, John, in that small block modified. And right now he's out in no man's land as he tries to get back to the bottom of the speedway.
I was talking to one of my good friends in Super Dirt Week, who's one of the pick guys for Jeremy Wilder. They're from the Fonda area. They just want to come up for the night. They will be down in Fonda tomorrow night. We just had a terrible year this year with motors, but we're very happy. He loves this track up here at Can-Am.
They work off turn number 4. Pat Ward opening up in the margin of a lead right now as he comes down the front stretch. 2.845 seconds out in front of the field.
93.78 miles an hour, best lap for the young man out of Genoa, New York, second generation driver, as we score lap number 5. We got a car off at turn number 3, Jeff.
Yeah, one car slow, headed back towards the pit area as the leader comes back to the line down the front stretch. Robbie Bellinger not very impressed by the fact that Pat Ward is out in front. He continues to try to reel him in as they go to turn number 1 and 2.
Looks a real good run out there for the car number 83 as they go down the backstretch. Watch that battle for second, third, and fourth, Jeff. That is a battle of the night right now. And we got a car smoking over there in turn number 2. Up in smoke. That is the 91, Jeff, of Chad Holman, and they say there is oil and debris down on the track. A tough break for the car number 91 of Chad Holman. First time ever up here in that beautiful number 91 machine.
Vinny Vitale, Steve Hall, boy, those guys put on some battles at any of the series races.
Steve Hall was the guy that got all those guys to come up here.
Yep.
And he was an ambassador. And these guys, once they found where Can-Am was, they loved it. Here we go, Jeff.
Johnny, get ready to go back to green right now. They're going to step on the throttle out of turn number 4. It's back in the air.
Small block, big block, they make a move in again. Ryan Bartlett pedals to the outside of the speedway. And they duck and dive out of turn number 1 and 2. Bellinger lost the handle for a moment. He's got to pick it back up.
Boy, Robbie Bellinger went right up the racetrack, John. Opened the door to the inside. Tommy Sears going to take advantage of the number 62.
Hang on to somebody you love, Can-Am. They're going to stack them up 3 deep. As they're big off and turn way to the wall. Just squatted the wall in turn number 4. He is still running right down here, right off of turn number 4. He got away from it, got over in the marbles on the backstretch. We're trying to pick up who that car is. Jason Potter in the car number 5. He's having a good run here the last couple weeks. And it got out from under him just coming into turn number 4, and he did a beautiful job of saving that with 7 in the book. The car number 5 of Jason Potter. So that's a good sign. He will catch him up, and we should be ready to go. Lane choice goes to your leader. He goes to the inside, Jeff.
Pat Ward brings him down into turn number 3 and 4, bottom of the speedway. He'll pound the throttle right about there. The green flag will go back into the air. Ward's going to bring him down the front stretch. Bartlett to the outside.
Watch Knobloch up on the inside of the car number 22 as they work down the backstretch once again. And scoring coming to lap number 8 this time around.
John, they'll go down in the backstretch, and Ryan Bartlett trying to hold on to that number 2 spot just gave it up, I believe, as they went into turn number 3 and 4. Looks like the number 62. Or the number 8 of Robbie Bellinger, excuse me, is right back to the whip again.
A couple cars coming together. The car number 22 of Wilder and 109 of Knobloch might have locked horns over on the backstretch. But again, very quick is Bartlett, as you said before, as he looks at the back of the Lance Willick's automobile.
They'll work off turn number 4 this time down the front stretch. They will go. It'll be Pat Ward, followed by Robbie Bellinger as they come to the stripe. Then it'll be the 16 of Lance Willick, the 93 of Bartlett, and the 0 of Billy Gill.
Keeping in mind, of course, that Lance Willick is strapped in a small block. Your third place car and your fourth place car are both small block. as we come into lap number 10 this time.
They'll work off turn number 4 down the front stretch. They will go chasing those top 4 cars. Will be the number 0, Billy Gill, the number 5 spot. Chad Phelps behind him, Vinny Vitale. Then it's Chris Higgins, Andy Howard, Gus Schmidt, Tom Sears, Scott Parliament, and Jeremy Walker.
Again, we're midway through the race, almost halfway, and watch Parliament now. He will ride the first 10, 15 laps out, and then he's going to cut that thing loose, I think, Jeff.
And John, he's one of those guys that will actually try the outside of the speedway so he can find some cushion as they come down in front.
Vinny Vitale decides to go to the outside. Potter goes to the outside and gets himself about 4 spots.
They'll work off turn number 2 down the backstretch. They will go as your leaders all by himself out of turn number 4. Difference between first and second place right now is 2.83 seconds.
As they go, Gill stays to the outside, Bartlett to the outside, along with Phelps. And Vitale as they go down the backstretch. And again, Ward still owns this one at 19.192.
We'll watch them as they continue to circulate around the speedway out in front. They come down out of number 4. 13 laps are in the book.
Working lap number 13. Couple we will go halfway here very shortly. Gets a small block. Lance Willis rides out there in 3rd spot, and he's only actually about 3 miles an hour slower on this Moody half mile here at Can-Am.
Your leader all by himself. He'll come down out of turn number 4, actually looking right at the back of lap traffic right now as they come down the front stretch. Robbie Bellinger by himself in the number 2 spot.
We'll see how the former track champion out of Genoa, New York, threads the needle in that traffic. He's going to not hesitate a bit. Goes way to the outside of the Barrett automobile. As we score lap number 15, we're halfway home.
Johnny, you know that's when things are going good, when you have to step out of line for lap traffic and you still keep right on the throttle.
He was right on the throttle. You call that one, Jeff. He put his foot right on the floor and never had the left.
Lance Willis, very impressive in that small block, holding on to the number 3 spot. He's 6.47 seconds back from your leader, but only a couple of seconds back from the second place car of Robbie Bellinger as he continues to close the gap.
And speaking of small block, right there with him is the car number 0 of Bill Gill, running a very respectable 4th. He's in at 89 miles an hour.
He's trying to hold off Chad Phelps right now as they work out of turn number 4 down the front stretch. They will go.
This track started out to be a little bit heavy, but it's just exactly the way you want to have it right now. A lot easier on the front ends as the number 42 of Ward goes by Knobloch.
John, one guy moving up too also is that number 19 of Chris Higgins. He begins to work his way up towards the top 5.
I think there's a case right there where the track is starting to come to Chris, because he was really set up for a drier track. You can see them in the first part of the race. Good call.
They come down the front stretch. Jason Potter trying to race his way back up after being involved in that caution. Your leader continuing to work lap traffic as he puts 18 laps in the book. Here comes the second place car to the line, followed by the third place of 16 of Willix.
Looks good up on the inside. You call that one. Here comes Higgins on the inside with Bartlett on the outside, and a good battle as they go 2 by 2 into the corner once again. With Bartlett up on the outside, opens up the door for their 4th place car right behind him.
So Chris Higgins taking that spot away from Bartlett now as they go down into turn number 3 and 4. That battle will continue as they come charging down the front stretch. It will be Higgins now with the nose out in front. He'll drop out about a car length out in front of the number 93 of
10
Bartlett.
laps to go after this, as Ward sets the pace here in lap number 20, still turning it at 93 miles an hour in that 42 machine. Yellow, yellow, yellow out on the speedway. Right against the wall on the outside, thanks Michelle, on the outside of turn number 4 is the yellow, and that would be the 109 of Knobloch.
Well, Terry Knobloch all the way up by pit road, going to roll to a stop out there.
Is the leader. Remember, I believe that Tony Steiner is down a lap, but he's on the inside.
Yeah, he'll come to the inside being a lab car. Robbie Bellinger continues to hold the number 2 spot. Lance Willix in that 3rd position as we go back to green.
That's right now, and Bill Gill is all over the back of him like a cheap suit as they go down. And Bellinger made a little bit of an error on that one, but he picks it back up. He's got himself a fast hot rod.
Boy, Robbie Bellinger lucky not to give up a bunch of real estate right there, John. Went up the racetrack, almost opened the door to the inside, but as you said, able to get right back to the throttle.
We do have a car with a problem coming into turn number 3. He is going to be able to exit the track okay. We're trying to get a number on that, but he has cleared the track and on his way to the pit area as we score lap number 21. Turn number 1 and 2, Jeff, is where they're having the problems. They're getting out from under him right there.
Driving up the racetrack, going right up the hill when they hit that spot. We'll have to keep an eye on that the rest of the race. Ford brings it back to the line. Bellinger, he's followed by Lance Willix, then the number 98 of Ryan Bartlett.
19.19 seconds.